Hi guys, welcome to another 2-minute devotion with Dad. We are past the crucifixion. Woohoo! Took a while, but we made it. And interestingly, Matthew takes a very sudden end when he talks of his account in Jesus' life. So we've got Jesus being raised from the dead, and it's pretty straightforward. There's not much here. So I'll let you read that in your own time if you want to pause or whatever. But then something that I just wanted to something that jumped out at me this morning as I was reading. It's always been here, but I don't know. I just sort of had a thought this morning. As the women were on their way, some of the guards went into the city and told the leading priest what had happened. A meeting with the elders was called, and they decided to give the soldiers a large bribe. They told the soldiers, "You must say, Jesus' disciples came during the night while we were sleeping, and they stole his body. If the governor hears about it, we'll stand up for you so you won't get in trouble." So the guards accepted the bribe and said what they were told to say. The story spread widely among the Jews, and they still tell it today. Now, I need to go back and show you also. One of the specific points was there was a great earthquake. Angel of the Lord came down from heaven, rolled aside the stone, sat on it. His face was shining, and his clothing was white as snow. The guards shook with fear when they saw him, and they fell into a dead faint. Now, these are the Roman soldiers. These are the most fierce and heartless creatures on the planet, and they fell into a dead faint like butter. And then we have the story of the bribe. Now, the thing that is just like, even though it's not about Jesus anymore, it's about the people, because this is a study into the life of Jesus. Something that's really significant here. These people actually sold out their integrity to keep a lie. You know, they not only lied about the story, they accepted a bribe to do it. But then the lie was actually contrary to their own integrity anyway. So the lie was against their integrity, but then the content of the lie was also against their integrity. Which Roman guard would be crazy enough to admit that they slept on duty? Let alone lie about the fact that they were sleeping on duty, because, you know, that was punishable by death, I'm sure. Some of the stuff that was going on those days. So it's just really remarkable that the leading priests and the Roman soldiers felt necessary to step this low and to do something of this magnitude to preserve their lie in an attack against the truth. Because there's so many, all you need to do is just do a basic Google search. I won't go into it now, about the conjecture of, or the arguments, for Jesus' resurrection, proof that he actually died, and, theories about whether or not he actually died. Actually, I'll just show you this one here. You can pause and read this later. But this is talking about the different theories that try to explain away Jesus' resurrection. And that, to say that it's not true. But we know that it's true. We experience him in our hearts. Jesus is alive, and we know that. This is not the argument today. But the fact that these people had to compromise themselves in order to do that, they were desperate. This is how much the devil is at work in people's lives to try to use them and manipulate them for his work. And it's just another reminder to be on guard in the spiritual. Physically, this is what happened, but spiritually, what was playing out was incredible. This was during this time is when Jesus went to hell, paid the price, took back the keys of death, and paid for our sin. This was the surface. This is just scratch and sniff exercise. And there's other gospels, of course, that tell other versions and slight variations. But the bottom line is, this is what Matthew recounts. I'm just doing Matthew for now. But the take-home message is, people will try to deceive others for their story, their gain, their whatever. The disciples never once compromised their story. They were transformed from these fearful people to fearless. And they, all you got to do is read Acts and beyond, and you can see how the power of God transformed their lives. And they would not change. They held through to the end. Their story, all of them, never changed their story. The passion, the commitment, the dedication. Like, why would people die for a lie? I've heard it so many times. All of them were martyred except one. And so why would people do that for a lie? They would have caved, but they didn't. And if this series goes long enough, as much as I'm planning, we'll see in Acts down the track where one of the high-ranking people actually argues the case for persisting with the disciples, because if it is true, they're not going to win. Like, the people, the Pharisees are not going to win, because he realized, if this is God, we ain't got a chance. So I suppose the take-home message is, when you know the truth, don't sell out just to get out of trouble or to avoid scrutiny or whatever. Stand up, be bold, be firm, be loving and gentle, but be firm with the truth. You know what's in your heart. You know what you've experienced. You know God's power. You've experienced his changing power in your life. Stick to that. Don't sell out. Like, these guys sold out just to try to cover up or whatever, but it got them nowhere. So selling out will get you nowhere. And stick to what you know to be true. Defend it. These guys did to their death. And, that's what it's all about. Bless you guys. Have a great day, and you'll see you at the next one. Bye.